Hello everybody and welcome to a new thing I'm going to try out. This is one of my only Rhino currently that I actually have. This is of course, a cardboard model. It's standing, of course, and it is actually quite fun to build. I will give you a warning right off the bat though. This takes a very, very long time to build. I'm going to be doing this in parts, this series, and in all, so far, I've gotten about 24 hours into it. Yes, I know that's a very long time, but I made sure everything was perfect, and I made sure that, well, I had to measure everything out first off, too. I had to measure everything out, I had to scale everything, and to the, just a 3D picture I had. And, of course, of the actual thing, and from there, I had to build the whole thing. So that took me about 24 hours. For you, it might take you a little bit less, because I'm going to give you all the measurements. As I said, I think I said, this will be a series, and I will go from the bottom up. And this one isn't quite finished yet. As you can see, it does not have any weapons on top, and it does not have anything on the sides. I think I'm going to put orcans on the top and pinatas on the side, but that is for a later video, because I'm just going to do the basic bot right now. Okay, the feet. This is a little bit of a interesting shape. So if you have no experience in making anything out of cardboard, I would certainly recommend you build something else. For me, for example, I built Glock out of cardboard. This was a great learning experience for me, and I really think it's something that you would have a lot of fun with if you're looking on going on to something a bit bigger. Yeah. Okay, so, I guess I should get into materials before anything else. I am not prepared for this. So materials are next. Gotcha. Okay, so I'm going to be freehanding this. Most of these materials are stuff that you need. Some of them are things that you don't need. Okay. So first off, you would want to use a nice ruler. The one that I am using is made of aluminum. It is really, really nice, cork on the back, but you do not want to cut using the straight line on this edge. I've noticed that it's not the best edge for it because there's a little tiny gap where the cork is, and all around a little bit of a flimsy setup. Second, something to cut with. I mean, something that you can easily align with. I don't like to use this side as much because it has magnets and it kind of holds onto the blade. But the edge right here is really nice to cut on. And again, I'm freehanding this, so I'm sorry if I'm a bit wobbly. So yeah, it's a really nice thing to use. It's just long enough. It's easy to use. Actually, I should probably turn that around. Okay, next is a good cutting tool. Let's see if I can't open this with one hand. Come on. Okay, I think I got it this time. Good. There we go. Okay, a good cutting tool. A good, like, carpet knife like this is a really good tool to use for, cutting the cardboard. Well, actually, it's the box cutter, so yeah. It's actually a tool for cutting boxes, of course. It is, a good sharp blade is always necessary. If it doles out over time, and it will dole out in this process, a new one is much appreciated, and it'll keep the edges from tearing. Okay, you're just gonna place that nicely down on that. Just don't tell my mother. Next is something to measure with. A pencil is actually quite useful for marking out distances using this ruler, and it's really important, really. It just is. Next is a nice pair of cutting tools. These are a heavy-duty pair of scissors. They do not have to be a heavy-duty pair of scissors, but, you know, it's always kind of nice. You know, if something's short, for example, on the Rhino here, again, sorry, it's a bit bad, but cutting pieces like this leg section here, is really easy. But at the same time, if you want to cut this longer section, like down here, definitely use the, knife. Okay. And of course, this whole thing is going to be put together with hot glue. So you will need a hot glue gun, someone that's particularly trusty, This is, it got me through. I've used it for about 24 hours now. It's gotten its use out of it. And of course some hot glue sticks. I'm running low on mine, so I have to pick some up. Finally, a couple more items of business. A cardboard box. Particularly one without any lamination on the outside, and one that's a lot larger than this. And smooth sides without any creases in them is really nice to have. Because, I mean, if you have creases in them, then you're going to have creases in your model. Of course, it's common sense at that point, but, you know, a box, that's just for representation. Next is an optional item. Completely optional. If you don't mess up, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. But if you do mess up, this is very, very nice to have. This item is, of course, a heat gun. I think I picked this one up for a little bit over $20, and honestly, it has saved me so many times. You wouldn't believe, on the Rhino again, this piece back here, the piece that's kind of like the body of the Rhino, where is that? The body of the Rhino right through here, is really, really hard to do. I just knocked it over. Lovely! Okay, that's annoying. That's really annoying. Okay. And of course you want a good work surface to work on. You know, like something you're not afraid to cut up and destroy. If you don't have anything like that, a sheet of cardboard would be very useful. And of course, if you don't want to get glue on anything, to lay this, if you don't have a stand for it, to lay a hot glue gun on another piece of cardboard is a very nice thing to do. So of course, somewhere where you're not afraid to destroy or get a piece of cardboard under it. A bed is not a good example of this, unless you have like a sheet of wood underneath it, which is, I guess is appropriate. Okay. Yeah. Excellent camera work today. Excellent. Okay, so I guess I was going to end up putting that on the ground anyway, but nonetheless, I am now going to show off and kind of put some measurements in for the Rhino. Okay, so part of basic constructions. I got a piece of cardboard right here. Hopefully you can see that all right. And I'm going to go over real quick a couple of different things you can do to make one piece of cardboard seamless with another piece of cardboard. Okay, so one of the things that I commonly use, such as on pieces that butt up against each other, such as this one right here, and these ones right here, I think. Yeah, I think those ones also use it. Do they? No, they do not. Well, darn. Okay. Turns out I need to maybe spend a little bit more time in hot glue. Is that hot glue? Yeah, I think it's hot glue. Darn it. Okay, nonetheless, yeah. It's only cardboard, folks. Yeah, so some, like this one is one of them. I know for a fact this one is one of them. But just showing you how it's put together. Okay, so you take your razor blade, and you go ahead, and hopefully you can see this all right, and you just come across like this. Now this matches up quite nicely with some other things. This edge is a nice curved edge. Hopefully you can see that all right. Yeah, right there. Hopefully. And this edge is really good at butting up to other edges, kind of like this. Anything like a 45-degree angle or less, and we're going to be using that a little bit, you know. But there's also one more that I'd like to go over real quick, and that is probably the one that you will most commonly use. Is basically gouging out a section of this so you can put a right angle in. I am going to, I don't know how to demonstrate this standing up, but I will give it my best shot. Okay. I'm expecting something terribly bad to go wrong here. There we go. Nothing went bad. And of course you can do this on corrugated and non-corrugated side. Well, direction. and then you just take this and you just rip it off kind of like this. Now, of course, I did it a little bit big. You only want to go to the thickness of the cardboard that you're using, but, you know, you can get the basic principle, you know? Again, not the best camera work, and yeah. That's about good. And now, another piece of cardboard can easily just go ahead and fit nice and snugly on there without showing any corrugation. Again, sorry about the camera work. Not professional at the camera work. Never learned camera work. But nonetheless, you just gouge out a piece on the side. Again, one of them is like an angle, and the other one is 90 degrees, and that corresponds to what you want to build. Okay, on to schematics. I guess it's kind of lucky that I kind of lost this leg, isn't it? Note to self. That's an interesting break. Okay, I might have to find something better to use on that joint, but nonetheless, yes. Let's just move on. Okay. How do we want to do this? Yeah, I'll just focus you onto my building platform with if you can see me right now, it's building platform, but yeah, again, camera work, not very good. Yeah, you know what, I'll just leave it here. Okay. So, hopefully you know how to use a ruler, because that's going to be very important. For those of you who are using the metric system, too bad. Because, me no metric good. Of course, I have metric and customary on this ruler right here. But, yeah. Okay, so. Okay. So I think I'm going to go with, I'm going to go from the back forward. So, this is a box, a plain box. And it measures 5 3/4 inches long. Okay? Which is it's pretty close. It's a little bit longer, but you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Of course, you could scale these to any size you like. So yeah, just use scale. You can use half scale. You can you can even do like 2 times scale. And it is a little bit longer than 2 inches across. So that's like 2 and 1/8. 2 1/8 for distance across here. Simple enough, right? Okay. So let's move on to the side panel. The side panel, guess what? It's going to be exactly 5 3/4 inches, because, well, yeah, this side right here, because it's connected to this side. And of course you want to use that 90-degree angle, and I would recommend probably a 90-degree angle here. You could do the other one, it's just probably easier to just, you know, yeah. And this side right here along this edge, I put rubber bands in there for a reason. We'll get around to that in later episodes. This is 6.5 exactly. So it goes from 5 3/4 to 6 exactly, or 6.5 exactly, which is not bad. Hopefully you can see all this all right. Okay. Moving on, I put this piece right here as one piece and then cut out a section here. Do not do that yet. Please do not, because you might just mess that up a little bit. But actually, I don't see why you couldn't. Okay, but this piece down here is 6.5, like we just said, to, oh boy, that's an awkward angle. How do I want to do this? You know what? Just, yeah, let's make this 2 separate pieces. 2 separate pieces. You could, of course, try to make a piece long enough, but this is exactly, well, yeah, 4 inches. exactly 4 inches for this piece. It's like I measured it out beforehand or something. I mean, yeah, it's almost like that. Okay, so this is 4 inches right here, and then there's a little piece on the back. Attention to detail, everybody. And this is an eighth, 1/8 inch. And this section right here is, yeah, 1/8 inch. And this section right here is 2.5. 2.5 inches, almost exactly. That's quite amazing. This foot right here is quite amazing. Okay, for this bottom piece, I would not recommend cutting out this bottom piece before. Wait. Slight hiccup. I know I was talking about this, and I will get around to that real quick. But all you really have to know is that 90-degree angle that I will talk about in the future is all the way around this. There's also 90-degree angles across here, and I believe this section, one of these sections, is full, and then like the other ones are just cut to the right length, and this one's using like the 45-degree angle one. And one thing that I am missing, and I just looked over the video from the future, yes, I know, is this measurement right here. And this measurement is 1 1/8. 1 1/8 here across this edge. Oh, I hope I'm still in frame. Yeah. 1 1/8 inch across this, and then 1/8 inch across that. So they're the same length. Of course, I'm sorry. From my perspective, most of my screen is blocked due to that weird contraption I made in a previous video, one of my first videos actually. But yeah, right here, 1 1/8, 1 1/8. And of course, if you're really good, have really good eyes, you can see that what it is in metric. Yeah. Again, all you metric fellers out there, yeah. The next words I say will be, there might be a slight hiccup or something like that. Just keep watching the video. Okay, slight hiccup there. Okay, so this back piece right here, or again, this front piece right here, when you're ready, when all this is done, make sure that these are exactly 90-degree angles, and set this on top of a piece of cardboard you want to cut out. Like so. Okay? And then from this, probably want to go on an edge. From this, just trace out a piece that you like. So, again, trace out a piece that you like right here. Make sure it's exact. And then do that 90-degree cut on that. If you would like more information on these cuts, you could probably go and, like I said, if you build one of these, if you build a gun or something like that out of cardboard, it will probably be very helpful to you in the long run. Just saying. Good. Okay, so I think, yeah, that's mostly okay. And again, this back piece right here, every one will be different. Every one of these will be different, so experiment and use the same technique for this one. I think we mostly covered it. So, if you could get past all that atrocious, not work necessarily, but camera work, that's what I'm looking for, then please give this video a thumbs up. If you're planning on making one of these, I will say yes, they are time consuming, but with certain measurements like I just gave you, you should have no serious problems with it. See ya! So wait, do you think that was a fairly professional video? Oh wait, I forgot, they sewed your mouth shut.